Some of you might remember when I did a story earlier this year on unemployment, overpaying on some of the claims, and they were demanding the money back, which was kind of ridiculous. There's a lot of people that are not working, and that money has long been spent, and they have no way of paying you back, especially if there's no employment. And millions of people have been unemployed for 6 months or longer in 2020. So, ladies and gentlemen, this story came out on CNBC December 22nd, 2020. Workers overpaid in pandemic unemployment may no longer have to return the money. I think that's the right thing to do. I mean, after all, they made the mistake. They did. And it should not be other people's responsibility when you screw up. I think this is the right thing to do. In recent months, hundreds of thousands of self employed freelance and gig workers have been notified that they've been overpaid in unemployment benefits during the pandemic and must return the funds to their state. The latest $900 billion coronavirus stimulus bill from Congress aims to overturn that effort and allow workers to keep their benefit overpayments if their state decides that it's okay. And I don't know why they wouldn't think it's okay. The problem impacts people receiving the pandemic unemployment assistance, the PUA, a CARES Act program that provides jobless aid to those who don't traditionally qualify, including self-employed, freelance, and gig workers who lost income due to coronavirus pandemic. PUA is an entirely new program, explains Michelle Evermore, senior policy analysis. Okay, so this is the National Employment Law Project. And as state unemployment agencies rush to get benefits out the door, they may have to release funds incorrectly. At the same time, there were many people applying for unemployment for the first time who may have made errors through the filing process. In some cases, if the state mistakenly overpays an unemployment recipient, they can waive the required. So if you would have to ask for a form to have the overpayment waived. So if they're not offering that, you could try to obtain that. PUA hasn't set has wasn't set up this way, but the latest language in the stimulus bill grants states the authority to say claimants don't have to return overpayments made in error. According to the bill's text, state agencies may waive repayments if it determines the payment of such pandemic unemployment assistance was without fault on the part of any such individual. And such repayment will be contrary to equity and good conscience. So really, they have the power and the ability to say, you know what, you don't have to pay that back. We'll waive it, you know, and you don't have to jump through hoops to get this done. Workers who receive notice of being overpaid and believe it to be an error are entitled to an appeal and should seek out legal services or an attorney with unemployment compensation expertise in their state. People with specific legal questions concerning an overpayment notice may qualify for free or low cost assistance from their local legal service agency. I guess that legal hotline number that you call when you need help. Anyone who already returned overpayment won't be able to recoup those funds, Evermore said, but they should talk to an attorney. It is unclear how many people have been overpaid by PUA, as states are just now starting overpayment detection efforts. Evermore says she added that the overpayment rate in traditional unemployment benefits is around 10%. And this new program with new staff, new rules, changing guidance, and a lot of new claimants who have never been eligible, I suspect it will be at least as much as regular UI. More than 9.2 million Americans are drawing PUA benefits as of the end of November, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Among 20.6 million Americans collecting jobless benefits altogether. So that's good to know. So if you got a repayment notice, you can contact them and have this waived if they're not offering it to you. So I think this is good news, especially for anybody that's collecting unemployment and you're not in a position to pay anything back, which is probably the majority of people out here. And I think it's unreasonable for them to make that demand when, what do they do when these applications come in? Do they just pay out? Do they look over and review these applications? I think once it's filled out, the burden is on them to determine and get the right amount you should be paid. Why should that burden be on the recipient? It shouldn't be, in my opinion. But y'all, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.